Did God create the universe, or is the universe just always there? How can we find out the right answer using both logic and science? The best and most time-tested way for this is to use the Kalām argument. The Kalām argument is a formulation to explain the existence of God. When we look at the universe, there are three options to its origin or creation. Option number 1. The universe created itself. Option number 2. The existence of the universe is just a brute fact, there is no need for a creator. Or option number 3. Something other than the universe is responsible for bringing it into existence. If the universe came into being by itself, that means it came into being from nothing. Is it possible it came into being from nothing, or ex nihilo? To understand this better, we need to define the word nothing. What does nothing mean? Nothing in mathematics means zero. There is not anything there. It is the opposite of something. Even empty space is something. Nothing would be something we cannot point out. In the words of Aristotle, nothing is what rocks dream about. Something coming from nothing has never been observed in any point of recorded human history. To get something, you always need something prior to it from which it originates. That means, according to simple rationale and physical laws, from nothing you cannot get something. If we reduce it to a mathematical equation, nothing would be zero, and the universe would be something, which we can visualize with the number 1. This is like binary code. 0 means it is off, and 1 means it is turned on. Now when the universe was not there, that means there was only 0. Now in order for us to get to the universe, which is 1, you will need somewhere down the line a number 1. 0 plus 0 can never possibly give you 1, no matter how many zeros there are. This rules out option number 1. The existence of the universe is just a brute fact. There is no need for a creator. If the universe was always just there, that means it must be eternal. It would mean it has no absolute beginning nor ending. If the cause of the universe was just another previous universe, and that universe was again created by another previous universe, and so on and so forth, this would have to go on forever. If that was the case, and it went on forever, we would not have been here right now in the first place. Think of it like a row of dominoes. Our current moment is represented by the red domino. The white domino right after it would be the moment right after this moment, and the white domino right before it would be the moment right before this moment. In order for this moment to exist, the red domino must be knocked over. In order for this to happen, the white domino before that must be knocked over, and the white domino before that, and so on and so forth. If there is an infinite amount of white dominoes before the red one, we would thus actually never reach the very first white domino to be able to knock it over. Therefore, the red domino would actually never be knocked over. But the red domino is knocked over because we are in existence right now. That means there could not have been an infinite amount of white dominoes in front of us. So therefore, there could not have been an infinite amount of universes in front of us. You have to have an absolute beginning or a very first white domino. This debunks the infinite universe theory. We can also prove it using the concept of time. Since the universe contains time, that means there must be an absolute beginning of the timeline and an absolute ending of the timeline. Only if time did not exist in the universe could it have been eternal or infinite. Another way to prove the universe has an absolute beginning is using science. Edwin Hubble's 1929 article on the observed relation between distance and recession velocity of galaxies, also known as the Hubble law, unveiled the expanding universe and forever changed our understanding of the cosmos. This is agreed upon by the scientific community around the world. If the universe is expanding, that means if we go back in time, the universe would be contracting until it converges into one singular starting point. This singular point is also known as singularity or the Big Bang. Before this singular point there existed absolutely nothing. These arguments stemming from both logic and science prove without any doubt that option number 2 is also impossible as well. The universe is made up of time, space and matter. The cause of time, space and matter must therefore by definition be timeless, spaceless and immaterial itself. There are only two options that can be described as timeless, spaceless and immaterial. Number 1. Numbers or a code made up of numbers. Number 2. A conscious mind. The first option lacks the possibility to choose. Numbers are only descriptive, they are not prescriptive. They only describe what is, but cannot decide that something will be or alter reality. Philosophers say it has a lack of agency. The number 9, for example, has never decided anything on itself. However, a conscious mind would meet the criteria described and also possess agency. If this cause of existence has a mind, that shows it is intelligent, since it made a conscious choice to create the universe. This conscious mind is what we would refer to as God. The arguments of philosophy and rational thinking, together with science, converge to a single possible option. The cause of the universe is a timeless, spaceless, immaterial, and therefore all-powerful conscious mind. This is by any standard of any religion or culture worthy of bearing the name of God. Thus, the only viable option is number 3. There is no way around it. These arguments and scientific facts are also present in the Quran. God asks the people whether they themselves had been created without anything that caused their creation. It mentions the expanding universe that we just discovered recently, where it says, "And it is we who have built the universe with our creative power, and verily it is we who are steadily expanding it." The Quran concludes that God is the only infinite being in existence and the sustainer of all creation. It is very clear that something other than the universe is responsible for bringing it into existence. The creator of everything that is in existence can be none other than God.